Ahead of the midterm elections, Democrats are claiming that the GOP is hurting minority voters in an effort to secure elections.
They know it's Jim Crow 2.0, and they know they're doing everything they can to steal our election.
We are living through an unprecedented assault on black people. This administration is pushing out black workers, disenfranchising and silencing black voters.
At Trump's command, Republicans have sought to roll back the Voting Rights Act and stripped away protections for black and brown voters throughout this nation.
But Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says his own party is snubbing black voters. The mayor writing a letter after his city was left off of the short list to host the 2028 DNC. Writing, quote, DNC and Chairman Ken Martin have shown that they are unwilling to do the bare minimum to support the base of the party, and they are abandoning Atlanta, abandoning the South, and once again abandoning black voters. Here to discuss is former Biden White House advisor, Yemisi Egbawale, and senior communications advisor to Truth Social, Katie Zachariah. So great to have both of you.
Thanks for having us.
So, Yemisi, you're from Georgia.
I am.
But those are strong words, abandoning Atlanta, abandoning the South, and once again, abandoning black voters.
I feel him on a personal level because Georgia wasn't put in the presidential primary schedule. And I was out at the DNC in Austin, Texas for the meeting. We weren't put in the schedule. But I do like the schedule of having South Carolina and then Nevada. So I have to disagree with the mayor of Atlanta that we're abandoning black voters, because putting South Carolina first was actually a decision that the D.C. made in coordination with a lot of the South Carolina delegation in focusing on the black demographic. So I understand from a personal level, why don't we have Georgia? It's a very strong swing state, and it does have a great base of those black voters. But I don't think this is the Democratic Party abandoning those voters.
Katie, I want to play you a quote from El Sayed talking about trying to woo black voters in Michigan.
My relationship in the black community isn't built on a couple of photo ops or $60 or $70 million of outside spending lying about somebody's record. It's built on the work that I've done. I look forward to the relationship I'll continue to build, looking forward to working within the black community to turn out in the general. And we've got to beat Mike Rogers, because at the end of the day, you have not seen an administration that has taken a deeper attack on the black community, seen the consequences of the Supreme Court's awful decision on voting rights.
So it's interesting, in the primary, Haley Stevens won black voters in Michigan by 30 points. But if you look at polling now in Michigan, black voters are coming home again. Do you see a schism like this playing out for Democrats?
Yeah, so actually I worked on the 2024 campaign in Michigan, in Dearborn, Michigan, on President Trump's campaign. And El Sayed presents this real, in my mind, the mayor of Atlanta should be discussing really the schism with the DSA infiltrating the party and taking away the voting opportunities. So as you said, Haley Stevens actually was a much more moderate candidate that presented a lot more solutions to the voters in Michigan that he's talking about. And El Sayed, I don't think will draw in the same momentum. I think it will be much more of a, we need to keep the Senate back and try to regain the Senate, rather than this real excitement for El Sayed as a candidate and being the candidate that embraces the values of the party.
It has been interesting. A lot of more traditional Democrat voters, like black voters, have been very skeptical of this whole socialist swing in the Democrat Party. But Democrat leaders are just sort of like going along with it, like, OK, let's get behind the socialist stuff.
You know, I think for primary elections in these very deep blue districts, a lot of these leaders think, well, you know, the people voted for who they voted for. We're sitting here in New York, and sometimes I think of the Democrats that get voted in New York, and I think that could never happen down in Georgia, where I'm from. So it's a balance, especially for Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, that are looking to the midterms to see, are we going to be in the majority? Am I going to be a leader? And if I am a leader, what does that entire party look like? But I do think the Democratic Party has to listen to black voters, especially in those key areas like Michigan, which is a swing state, like Wisconsin, where we saw David Crowley, where you see a lot of black voters putting their foot down and saying, no, you have to draw a line in the sand. And there are some policy issues we're not going to budge on and accept.
You know, Katie, one of the things, lessons from President Trump has been his willingness to try to court all voters, even voters that are sort of traditionally or have been traditionally Democrat. We saw it with working class voters We've seen his efforts among Hispanic voters and also among black voters. What should Republicans learn from that?
Well, I think this is a prime example. What happened in Florida, right? What was happening in Michigan. Republicans need to start messaging to the black voter much more strategically, and rather than kind of taking for granted that they will get some of the vote or that it's going to go to the Democrats. I think the DSA presents a huge opportunity for Republicans to start messaging much more clearly to the black voters in the South, and also just generally where you have this divide of the DSA is leaving the moderate Democrat voter, and how does the Republicans step in and message to gain that momentum? Anytime
Politicians either take for granted the voters they get or take for granted the voters they don't have, you wind up with, I think, worse outcomes. Katie, so great to see both of you this morning.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.